Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Star Teacher, Star Student Awards ceremony for the class of 2023, presented by Gaston County Schools and sponsored by the Gaston Gazette. I am Todd Higgins from the Gaston County Schools Communications Department, and it is a pleasure to have you with us for our program. This ceremony recognizes outstanding high school students in the class of 2023 and the accomplished teachers who have gone above and beyond the call of duty to see that they are successful. We would like to thank the Gaston Gazette for sponsoring this wonderful recognition program, and we appreciate Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden for working with us to host our Star Teacher, Star Student ceremony at the garden again this year. We had hoped for a beautiful spring day with sunshine and pleasant temperatures so our ceremony could be held outdoors in the Levine Pavilion. But today it is cloudy and rainy and chilly, but we are grateful for the rain because I understand that the April showers bring May flowers here to Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden. So we are very fortunate that we could be here inside the Visitors Pavilion, which serves as a gateway of sorts to the beautiful garden area here at Daniel Stowe. And now, to offer our official welcome from the Gaston County Board of Education, I am delighted to introduce our chairman, Mr. Jeff Ramsey.
Well, good evening. This is one of the special events I love and looking forward to every year because it highlights one of our star students and teachers in our system and the best of the best. So on behalf of the Gaston County Board of Education, I appreciate having the opportunity to welcome you to the Star Teacher, Star Student Award ceremony. I'd like to take a moment to introduce some of our board members. We only have one here tonight, and it's Josh Chris at Dallas Township. Thanks for being here. Each star student being honored this evening selected the teacher who had the greatest influence on his or her life. The teachers being recognized are among the best of the best in Gaston County schools. They are truly the star teachers who work to make a difference every day, just like our other 2,000 teachers that teaches in our Gaston County school system. The Board of Education joins me in commending each student and teacher being honored this evening, and we salute you on a job well done. We are confident that our star students will go on and become professional leaders in our community, and we know that our star teachers will continue inspiring their students. Congratulations to all our star students and star teachers, and thank you for the Gaston Gazette for sponsoring this ceremony. And please know how much we appreciate you being here to help us celebrate the star students in the class of 2023, 1 month away of graduation, so congratulations, and their star teachers. Thanks again. I hope you enjoy the program.
And now it is a pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. W. Jeffrey Booker.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, and we appreciate you joining us today as we recognize our star teachers and star students in the class of 2023. As it's been said, all of this comes about for partnerships, and we are blessed in this district to have a number of partners, one of whom today is the Gaston Gazette, as well as the Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden, and all that they do to support this. So let's give recognition of both those organizations for their support of us. Well, we're here because we have some star students who have been shining amongst us. And I know for the principals that see this class leaving, they're thinking, can we hold them one more year? I need their scores and I need their enthusiasm for the education that we're providing. So it's great to be here to acknowledge all that they have done. And even more importantly, to take among our 2,000 teachers and bring them tonight to say, thank you. And this is the difference you make every day in our students. And these students have selected you to be honored today. Because it's been said for our teachers they can learn as much from their students as they provide them from teaching. And so while all these records are impressive, what is really neat when we stop and just hear our students write about those who have influenced them. I once read that you can teach a student a lesson for a day, but if you can teach them to learn and have curiosity, they will continue learning for the rest of their lives. And it fits with our mission and motto here, where we say we want to inspire success and a lifetime of learning. And that's what is so great about being here and seeing these esteemed educators pause for a minute and take in and soak the acclaim for all that they do. Our students will tell you that these teachers that we're recognizing this evening have helped them beyond the subject matter that they're assigned to teach. They have offered them a consoling shoulder when something didn't go the right way. They have offered them an encouraging word when they thought they couldn't do something. Star teachers spark things in their students. They tell them knowledge and skills are important, but self-confidence is as vital to doing anything to reaching their fullest potential. We know that we're proud of these students. And we know there's some people standing out here who watch these students from the moment they entered this world till today who are very proud to be with them. So as you listen to what each of these students says about our teachers, recognize they have a parent somewhere that is proud of them as well. I could talk on and on about this because it's exciting, but let's bring Mr. Hagens back up here and get this event started. Mr. Hagens.
Thank you, Dr. Booker. We are ready to meet our STAR teachers and STAR students for the class of 2023. I will introduce each student and teacher and have the student come forward to read the essay. We would like for the teacher to please stand here, right here on this X, as the student shares his or her essay. Then we will give the teacher an opportunity to make brief remarks before the presentation of awards. Superintendent Booker, Chairman Ramsey, and members of the Board of Education will present to the STAR teacher the official STAR Teacher Award, which is sponsored by the Gazette, a copy of the STAR student's essay, and a Gaston County Schools lapel pin. Each student will receive the STAR student plaque and a STAR student lapel pin. We begin our recognition this evening with Bessemer City High School. The STAR student is Jersey Beatty. She is the daughter of Deanna Beatty. She plans to attend Clemson University to major in sports communication, and she hopes to pursue a career in sports media. The STAR teacher is Matthew Denham. Mr. Denham is a social studies teacher and the baseball coach at Bessemer City High School.
Good evening, everyone. When I was told I was receiving this recognition and that I needed to pick a teacher that has influenced me, it was a no-brainer who I'd pick. I have been privileged enough to have had Coach Denham as a teacher for 2 classes during high school. Even though I did not have him as a teacher until my junior year, I had heard a lot about him from students that had him before me. I first had him as a teacher for American history, and from the first day, I knew he was a cool teacher. Coach Denham is incredibly personable. He finds a way to relate to every single one of his students. In doing so, he also creates a bond in his classrooms that provides an environment that you don't see often. I have never been in any other classes that truly compared to the feeling of being in his classroom. He knows how to relate to his students and get them to enjoy the material he teaches. This past fall, I had him as a teacher for American military history. During this time, I was applying for college, and that definitely put a lot of stress on me. Coach Denham knew how to encourage me to do my best. He told me that if a school isn't meant to be, to not stress over it, and that as one door closes, another door opens to another opportunity. He always pushes us to succeed inside and outside of his classroom. He wants every single student of his to succeed and reach their goals. Coach Denham has had a huge impact on me during my high school years, and I truly could not thank him enough for his encouragement and kindness. He's the kind of teacher you want to make proud.
Well, thank you, Jersey, for choosing me to be the star teacher this year from Bessemer City. But there can't be a star teacher without a star student. Me being up here means that had an impact on your life. But that's just me doing what I love to do. I'll tell you what I tell all my other students and my ball players. I'm just the train tracks, here to help guide you to the finish line, which will be the end of graduation, and then you're going to go on to do what you do. I'm proud of all that you've done in high school, all that you've accomplished. High school is just the beginning of all the great things you're going to do. You're hardworking, determined, and willing to do the extra to put yourself ahead. I've enjoyed having you in my classes, and I guess I wouldn't be here if you didn't enjoy those classes. I'm always here if you need me, as well as all your other teachers at Bessemer City. There are many teachers at our school that deserve this star teacher recognition. So again, thank you for choosing me as your star teacher.
Next is Ashbrook High School. The star student is Alan Archer. His parents are Andrew and Karen Archer. He plans to attend a four-year university and earn a degree in biology before continuing on to medical school to become a doctor. The star teacher is Ashley Reimer. Ms. Reimer teaches English at Ashbrook High School.
Good evening, everybody. Blessing. This is the word I would use to describe you and how you impacted my life. Before taking your class, English was not a subject that I put much effort into, and I accepted it as my weakest subject and resigned to thinking that I was just not good at it. Since taking your class, my perspective has changed. Not only did you teach me the beauty of the subject, you also taught me not to give up. During the semester you taught me, which was the hybrid year, where we had in-person classes 2 days a week and worked remotely for 3 days, my grade in English improved significantly, which was very impressive due to the circumstances at that time. However, the most important lesson I learned from you was to believe in myself. I always knew you believed in me because you continuously told me and you showed me through your actions. You even demanded that I ask you for college recommendations for the time. And I interpret that to mean that you saw something in me and you wanted others to see it also. I remember complaining to you about how much work I had my junior year. Before I could finish my complaint, you interrupted me and said, "No, you can do it." Even though those 5 words are very simple and very cliche, they mean the most to me coming from you. Ms. Rimmer, you have been an extraordinary teacher inside and outside the classroom. And that is why I can say with 100% certainty that you are my star teacher. Thank you.
I'm so honored to be here today and even more proud to have been chosen by Alan Archer as Ashbrook's star teacher. Now, I'm not Toastmaster certified like he is, so I may not sound as impressive as he does, but believe me, every word of this comes from the heart. I taught Alan in the best class I've ever had. It was during the hybrid semester, and his 9-person cohort group was amazing. Alan was a standout among the 29 students in the combined class, and in fact, he showed the most growth that year of any of my AP Prep kids. That year, I met his older brother and predicted that Alan would be our valedictorian. Obviously, I don't know who our valedictorian is yet, but I can definitely say that I'm looking forward to hearing his senior class president's speech at graduation. I remember Alan saying that he isn't afraid of a challenge, and I know that's true. In his junior year alone, he took 10 college classes plus his high school courses without a word of complaint, no matter what he says. That's what I love the most about Alan, his go-with-the-flow, affable nature. It doesn't matter what you ask him to do, he will do it without hesitation, and he will smile the whole time he's doing it. I even saw him handle an earthquake and make it look like he was having the time of his life. Granted, when he did, he was performing as Tyler, the Creator, wig and all, but still. I think a lot of his personality comes from his family. He told me once that being raised by immigrant parents has helped him embrace other cultures and that he's excited to bring some of his Jamaican culture to his college campus. Mr. and Mrs. Archer, you have raised a fine young man, and I know you must be proud. While it's hard to say goodbye to our favorite students, teachers are always excited to see what they accomplish. Alan, I know you're going to thrive at UNC Chapel Hill, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing this special moment with me.
Next is North Gaston High School. The star student is Lydia Falls. She is the daughter of Michael and Tabitha Falls. Lydia plans to attend Anderson University to major in special education. After graduation from college, Lydia wants to open a dance studio for special needs individuals while also working in special education. Her star teacher is Anna Slentz. During her teaching career, Ms. Slentz has taught health team relations, health science, and nursing fundamentals. The star student and star teacher for North Gaston High School.
Good evening. My name is Lydia Falls, and for my star teacher, I chose Miss Slentz. When I received this honor from North Gaston, I was asked to select a star teacher, and Miss Slentz came immediately to my mind. Although it's been some time since I had her as a classroom teacher, her impression is still felt on me as a senior. As every freshman, I was extremely nervous about beginning high school, and at times I felt lost and unseen. Fortunately, I was lucky enough to have Miss Slentz for health team relations during my freshman year, and that helped tremendously to adapt. But then again, my sophomore year, I was able to have her for Health Science 1. She is the type of teacher that genuinely cares about her students. And when thinking about a star teacher, I think of just that. A teacher who treats you like one of their own, who will joke around with you and check up on you and make you feel like you belong. Teachers who make a point to get to know you and your interests and sincerely want the best for you, and not just academically. Miss Slentz fits that description perfectly. One thing that I love about Miss Slentz is that she isn't afraid of what people may say about her. She is always willing to go the extra mile in all she does. For example, during Spirit Week, she is known to go all out for her students and has been anything from Elsa to a North Gaston football player in full gear. Miss Slentz is truly one of a kind and definitely a star teacher to be recognized in Gaston County for her love of students is truly evident in all that she does. Whew.
Lydia, North Gaston star student. I am so incredibly proud of this choice for so many reasons, but mostly because of her heart and her gentle soul. Those are the first things I think of when her name comes up. When you see her in the hallway, you immediately start to smile because she always has a smile on her face. Her positive energy is just contagious. The second thing I think of, however, is a certain cow incident. Yes, Lydia and her family saved me from a cow. Dallas has a lot of country roads and farmland, and one day I decided I was going to go for a run. Well, as I was making my way down the road, a calf jumped out of the bushes right in front of me, and we began to stare down. Multiple people passed by laughing at me, asking me what I was doing. Luckily, Lydia and her family pulled over and offered their assistance. She and her father proceeded to get the calf back in the pasture. I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree because they snapped right into action to help a neighbor in need. I will forever be grateful. As a student, Lydia was everything a teacher could ask for. She was conscientious, respectful, and self-motivated. While I know that she would be a great asset to the healthcare field, Lydia ultimately decided to complete the early childhood education program at North Gaston. It really couldn't be more fitting as she wants to work with special needs children, and I believe that will be a perfect career path for you. Lydia is one of a kind. When she isn't saving her teacher from nature, she is nurturing wonderful relationships with students that are sometimes overlooked. Lydia has taken one of our amazing students at NOGA, Abby Grace, under her wing and just absolutely helped her flourish. She encouraged Abby to join the dance team, and through this, she helped Abby Grace and the rest of the dance team understand what it means to be inclusive. Lydia's passion to serve her community sets her apart from most kids her age. You don't see many high school students with the capacity to recognize and appreciate the differences in people. I have spoken with many of her peers, and they all agree with me. Lydia is just a genuinely selfless, caring person that puts others first. She is what I call an actions leader. She's not in your face or overly vocal. She allows her actions to be the example so many kids need to see. Thank you, Lydia, for this most excellent honor. I love what I do. I love that I get to meet kiddos like you that make a difference in the lives of others. You inspire me and you make me want to be better. I am truly humbled. Thank you.
Next, we have Webb Street School. The star student is Jaden Sanders. His parents are Loico and Tiffany Sanders. His star teacher is Mary Ann Bridges. Mrs. Bridges teaches students in grades 9 through 12 at Webb Street School. Let's welcome the star student and star teacher from Webb Street School.
I, Judge Miguel Bridges, as my story teachers. Miss Bridges is very nice. She always reads me with a smile, a half I like to run by map in her class. She helps me with my schoolwork and my love for just naughty music. She will be friend forever and help me with my future goal.
Thank y'all. I'm extremely honored to be chosen by Jaden as his star teacher. Jaden's also known as the man and is very loved by our school and by all the staff and the students. Jaden is a great friend to all the students and never meets a stranger. He loves singing, and especially Jason Aldean, as you heard. So he is always ready to lend a hand to help out anyone he meets. Jaden has a kind, energetic spirit that is so contagious. If you ever need any help remembering when things are coming up, Jaden will be your man, because he is not going to forget anything that's exciting or any events that's coming up. So always ask. Or just let him walk in the front door. He walks in the front door and he starts telling you immediately, hey, tomorrow is this. This is coming up. So everyone loves to see Jaden walk through the school doors. It's because Jaden brings so much joy to everyone. Jaden loves music, art, and being with his friends. So I kind of went around and asked some of the other teachers, because we're like a regular school. We still have all the regular high school classes that we have. So Jaden always tries his best in all of his classes to build on his academic skills. In his math class, he's eager to pick up new skills, and we call him our calculator champion in class. And he says that he's eager to work in our school-based enterprise in the coffee shop, because he gets to work on his money skills. And in his history class, he works with Mr. Sean on YouTube videos, because they make, I'm sure some of you have probably seen some of those, they make YouTube videos on the things that they learn in class, and Jaden has taken this up even at home by going and getting his own green screen and making his own YouTube videos at home. So we're really proud that he's able to do that. He has his biology teacher says he's inquisitive and always asking what's going on around in the world and how it works. So He's just excited to be going to all of his classes. And his English teacher says that he's a ray of sunshine as he comes through the door. And he always goes above and beyond. And I'm so excited to see what Jaden's going to do next as he continues in our Transition Academy at our school, Webb Street. Jaden, thank you for choosing me as your star teacher.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Gaston Early College High School. The star student is Peyton Eves. She is the daughter of Lindsay Arrowwood. Peyton plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, where she has been accepted into the School of Architecture. She hopes to one day own her own architecture business. Her star teacher is Megan Hibberts. Mrs. Hibberts teaches American History Honors, Current Events, Senior Seminar, and Economics and Personal Finance Honors at the Gaston Early College High School.
Good evening, everyone. A teacher can be described as a person who invests time and effort into guiding their students towards success. A good teacher has qualities such as communication, listening, collaboration, adaptability, empathy, and patience. Megan Hibberts has all of these qualities and more. Ms. Hibberts has been my teacher for the past 2 years, and the environment that she creates in her classroom, club, and one-on-one is a supportive and collaborative one. She continuously makes sure that each student, when they leave her classroom, is prepared for life that they want to live and all of the advantages to be able to succeed. My first experience with Ms. Hibberts was during my junior year of high school when I was able to be a part of her prom club. During this time, she saw that I wanted to be involved with the conversation and that I had ideas and the artistic ability to create things that our group had dreamed of having. This is where our student-to-teacher relationship began and has continued to grow. I also had the opportunity to have her as my American history teacher, which allowed me to finally understand history. History has always been my worst subject in school, but being in Miss Hibbert's environment where she continuously collaborates allowed me to get a better understanding of the timeline events that happened in America. Now as a senior, I'm still in her prom club and her senior seminar where I'm learning the ins and outs of adulthood and creating an unforgettable prom. Part of the person I am today is because of the wisdom and guidance that she has given me throughout our years together. Thank you for letting me be in your light.
Thank you, Peyton, for having me as your star teacher. I'm very proud of you as well for being star student. It's been such a pleasure having you in my classes at Gaston Early College High School and as my main supporter and right hand in prom club. Our school dances would not have been what they were without your artistic eye and input. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of your life and your journey. I'm very blessed to have gotten to know you over your time at GCHS. I hope one day, as my own children grow up, they can embody some of your amazing characteristics. Peyton, I have spent time reflecting on your time at GCHS, and I'm proud of the person that you have become. You have grown into an amazing young woman who radiates positivity and never stops smiling. You have a genuine spirit about you, and you truly care about your classmates and your school community. It is evident in all the ways you give back. This year, I have watched you face the challenge of your next chapter in life, and you have welcomed me in to celebrate all those moments with you. Thank you so much. I am so proud of you and all of your accomplishments. I know that no matter where you go or what you do with your life, you will make a difference with those you surround yourself with. You are leaving a legacy at Gaston Early College High School, and I am extremely humbled that you allowed me to be part of this journey with you. Your servant's heart, your drive to learn and try new things, as well as your encouragement over the years, will be something that I cherish for a lifetime. Thank you for always just simply being you. It's been an honor and privilege to teach you, and good luck as you move forward with your next chapter. Please keep me posted with all your achievements. I will always be here to cheer you on.
Now we have Hunter Huss High School. The star student is Lauren Mooney. She is the daughter of Cynthia Mooney and the late Jonathan Mooney. She plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to major in biology, and her career ambition is to become a dentist. Her star teacher is Carrie Baskett. Miss Baskett teaches English at Hunter Huss High School.
Good evening, everyone. From pre-K to 10th grade, I didn't enjoy the subject of English. The books and the assignments never really sparked my interest as a student. I always felt a lack of motivation when it came to learning English due to the main focus being based on reading long passages along with answering multiple choice questions. I thought I would never enjoy learning English until I took AP English Language and Composition my junior year. Junior year is when English turned from one of my least favorite subjects to my favorite subject, thanks to my phenomenal teacher, Miss Baskett. Miss Baskett's English class was different from any previous English class I had ever taken. While it was more challenging, it was also more interesting. The majority of the assignments throughout the semester were more opinion-based rather than subjective. Miss Baskett always encourages her students to share their perspectives on the books she assigns. This opens the door for class discussion as every student is given the opportunity to share their opinion and possibly gain a new perspective from other peers. Not only do I admire Miss Baskett's teaching style, but I also admire her work ethic. Miss Baskett manages to keep grades updated on a daily basis despite having numerous students and additional obligations. Overall, Miss Baskett is an incredible teacher. She has a kind and enthusiastic personality that lights up the classroom and makes learning enjoyable. Being in her class has sparked my interest in wanting to read more and become a better writer. If I were to ever pursue a career in teaching, I would want to be just like Miss Baskett. Thank you, Miss Baskett, for being an influential teacher. I am eternally grateful.
It has been my pleasure to teach Lauren in English 11 AP and English 12 AP, and in Studies of Literature by Women. This young woman is destined for greatness, and it was one of my greatest pleasures as a teacher to be in her sphere, even if only for a short while. This is the bittersweet part about being a teacher. If we do our jobs well, we have to say goodbye to these wonderful gems as they pursue their dreams out there in the real world. I first heard about Lauren a few years before she actually sat in my classroom. I also had the privilege of teaching her older brother, Donovan, and whenever I would commend him on his academics, he would say, "Just wait till you teach my sister." And he was right. In the past 2 years that I've been privileged to teach Lauren, I have never heard a negative comment from her regarding her demanding schoolwork and busy schedule. She has been such a ray of positivity for both myself and the entire school. Her intellectual maturity is astonishing, as her ability to balance her academics and her athletics. There were many mornings that I came in and checked Canvas to see that Lauren had turned in assignments during the wee hours of the morning because she'd had a volleyball game earlier that evening, yet she still came home and met each of her academic deadlines that she had. I can't talk about how amazing Lauren is without mentioning the incredible woman that raised her, Miss Cynthia Mooney. She is truly an angel and an inspiration. She is a hardworking single mom who tragically lost her husband 10 years ago to cancer and still managed to show up to every single parent-teacher conference and extracurricular event with a kind word and heartwarming smile. I have appreciated her encouragement over the last few years more than I can adequately express in words here tonight. Thank you for sharing your amazing daughter with me. And thank you, Lauren, for the incredible honor of nominating me as your star teacher. And congratulations, your hard work and dedication have paid off. I know you will continue to do great things at UNC Chapel Hill. They are about to find out how lucky they are to have you.
Next is Stuart W. Kramer High School. The star student is Lindy Humphrey. Her parents are Joe and Tracy Humphrey. She plans to attend the Georgia Institute of Technology to pursue a degree in biomedical engineering. She also plans to earn a master's degree and work for NASA in space exploration. Her star teacher is Chad McAllister. Mr. McAllister is an English teacher at Stuart W. Kramer High School.
Good evening. On the first day of class, Mr. McAllister told us we were not special. It was quite a shock the first time we heard it, even though it wasn't meant to be offensive or malicious. Instead, it was like a reality check of what we would expect in class and ultimately in life. I was hesitant to take AP Language and Literature because it was notorious for being difficult. We heard horror stories about Mr. McAllister being a hard grader, intimidating, and very blunt. However, I'll blow his cover as he is equally helpful and compassionate. Mr. McAllister is eager to talk and hear from us, creating a welcoming and happy atmosphere. While his grading is hard, he never wants to hurt you or your grade, helping you with anything you need, even if it is not for his class. Our class became a huge highlight of my day. I learned many skills for the future and about myself. You gave me more credibility and respect than I have received before. You showed me how English was important in our lives and how to write confidently, teaching me things I will never forget that positively impacts my professionalism and my personality. I became a better writer and person as you helped me with anything, putting up with me even if I came to you outside of our class period. Back to when you said we weren't special, I think this was for us to recognize our lives and how we're free of expectations. You showed us reality and respect as adults, not children, a sense of accomplishment as we felt heard, and a learning experience instead of an academic checklist. You were my star teacher because it was liberating to know that we could just be, and how everything comes down to Gatsby and the green light.
So good. So good.
Wow. I wrote stuff down, but I forgot my glasses, so I can't read it. And then Lindy's got me all emotional, so there's no telling what I'm going to say. First off, I'm pretty lucky. I've got a job that I go to and enjoy most days. I work with a bunch of people that I enjoy most days. My wife, my son, my dog, they like me most days. But the coolest thing that I get to do, or one of the coolest things about me, is I get to spend about a year and a half with kids that are going to change the world. They absolutely are. And Lindy is the cream of the crop of that. I love the fact that the future is in her hands because when they mention the NASA, she'll be in space. And I'll tell you too, when you were telling me all the stuff about Georgia Tech, about what you do there, I didn't know what any of it meant. I just nodded and said yes. So she's super smart. But that's not the best thing about her. What I love is when I watch you work with people or talk to people, if it's your friends, your classmates, somebody you don't really want to work with sometimes, and we all know who those are. You're so kind and compassionate and empathetic with them, and I wish I could do that as well as you do. To coin a phrase tonight, I wish I was more Lindy-esque. And that's what I love about her the most, is just what a great person she is. I wish I could take credit. I wish I could, but I can't. I'm part of a village. First off, parents right here, you made this. This is awesome. You did a great job. And the rest of you parents, same thing. I wish my son was friends with every one of your kids. They turned out great. And it does. It starts at home. And then, too, I know you've had a bunch of teachers at elementary and middle school that were wonderful. And I know for a fact you've had some great ones at Stuart W. Kramer. I just know that I'm lucky to have been a part of your journey. And thank you so much for this. I think you're awesome.
Now we have the Highland School of Technology. The star student is Olivia Apple. She is the daughter of David and Katie Apple. Olivia plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte as a North Carolina teaching fellow. She hopes to become a high school math teacher. And Olivia, I think our HR director would welcome you back to Gaston County Schools when you get that degree, so keep us in mind. Our star teacher is Kimberly Showers. Mrs. Showers teaches science at the Highland School of Technology.
Good evening. I have had the opportunity to have Ms. Showers in all of my science classes at Highland, and then again through my mentor and my internship. It is through this that I have realized how amazing she really is at teaching, but also inspiring growth in her students. Ms. Showers came to Highland halfway through the first semester of my freshman year and began her role as my sister's Avery's anatomy teacher. Come second semester, when I walked into Earth and Environmental Science, I was relieved to have only heard good things about her, but I was also a little unsure if this was going to be another instance of constant comparison, as it often is with my siblings. So when Miss Showers didn't even mention Avery's name, I knew that she was going to be different. I quickly learned that Miss Showers is the kind of teacher that never stops. She never stops challenging her students, exploring her content areas, or standing by her student. She's the kind of teacher that provides snacks and water for all that want or need it. She steps up to coach, goes to performances, and make sure that every student feels like they belong. She's the kind of teacher that creates opportunities and provides a space for students to grow. She opens her door to anyone and everyone. If you ask anyone at Highland where I am before or after school, they will all say Miss Showers' room. Everyone knows that she's my teacher. She's a teacher that allowed my timid self to be confident enough to grow and to share in the classroom. She showed me the teacher that I aspire to be. Miss Showers is the most connected and determined teacher that I've ever had. I'm forever grateful for the time I spent in her classroom, and I hope that she can see the difference that she's made in my life. So thank you.
So I'm not going to look at her so I can make it through this, okay? So standing up here with Livy today, I'm filled with an immense sense of pride and admiration for all that she has accomplished during her time at Highland. Her dedication to her studies, her positive attitude, and her unwavering commitment to excellence have truly set her apart as a star student. I could talk about her love of lists, schedules, and data calculations, but that minimizes all that she's done. While her peers may see the polished veneer of perfection, what they don't see are the hours of hard work, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to excellence that it takes to get to this point. From the moment she walked into the lab, she became part of what I call the lab family. I knew she was destined for greatness. Livy approaches every task with a sense of purpose and enthusiasm, and her enthusiasm is contagious. She always goes above and beyond what is expected. I have the 44-plus page chemistry study guide to prove it, and so does a majority of the juniors and seniors at Highland right now. So they thank you for your work. Because of our mutual disdain for awkward silences, there were days that classes seemed more like a conversation between two than an entire group, and I appreciate you talking and participating each day, especially on the Zoom calls. It validated my existence on days when it felt like I was speaking into a void. Your academic achievements are nothing short of extraordinary, but what really sets you apart is your character. You show kindness and compassion to your classmates. You are a mentor to those who need guidance and are always the voice of reason and logic. You are always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. I've watched you stay hours after school with your lab family to edit a presentation at the 11th hour to ensure that one of our struggling lab seniors graduates in time, even though you had hours of work at home to complete. I've seen you spend time watching musicals or traveling to see a 9-time national clogging champion perform just so that they know that they're supported and that you are always in your classmates' corner when it matters. This illustrates that not only do you have the IQ, you have the EQ to match. Your peers might not realize it today, but when they look back on their high school experience, they'll come to realize that your support and kindness made all the difference. In 30 years, no one is going to care about grades and test scores. We might, okay? But what they are going to want to know is that you're a good person, and you are. As a teacher, it's been an honor to watch you grow and develop into the remarkable young person you are today. Your thirst for knowledge and curiosity and your dedication to your goals have been a source of inspiration to all who know you. In addition to preparing for your classes, I've watched you prepare full curriculum and activities to help struggling peers. I've watched you masterfully, real-time, make an analysis of your new tutees skill set and discern where their struggles were, modify your plan of action immediately, and then help this student learn. This ability to read people and convey information in a logical and meaningful way is one of the reasons why others seek you out for help, even though your schedule is overflowing. I know adults that struggle with this process, and yet you make it seem easy. With you, it's innate. This ability and all of your other amazing qualities are sure to propel you from star student in 2023 to star teacher in 2027. But your journey is far from over. And as you move on to the next chapter of your life, I have no doubt that you'll continue to shine brightly and achieve great things. You have the talent, the drive, and the heart to make a difference in the world. And I can't wait to see what you accomplish. The lab's going to be a little bit empty next year. The front seat's going to be vacant. And though you will be missed, I know that you have so much more to accomplish. I want to congratulate you on all that you've achieved and thank you for the positive impact you've had on the school and on my life. Know that your absence will be felt in the lab and the school community. You are truly a star student, and I have no doubt that you will continue to light up the world wherever your journey takes you.
Next, we have East Gaston High School. The star student is Riley Edsby. She is the daughter of Daniel and Chastity Edsby. Riley plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Wilmington as an Honors College scholarship recipient to major in criminology. Her star teacher is Hannah Waters. Ms. Waters has taught many different courses during her time at East Gaston, including world history, civics, psychology, and English.
Alrighty, good evening. Miss Waters was one of the first teachers that I met when I entered high school as a scared little freshman, just trying to walk through the halls without aggravating the seniors. I can't honestly remember that much about freshman year, and I'm not too mad about that, but I do remember the familiar smile of Mrs. Waters. Not only did I have 2 classes with her, but she inspired my love for yearbook and the art of photography. Although I only had 1 yearbook class with her, I knew from the start of that class that I would want people to remember me as someone who was just like Mrs. Waters when I left East Gaston. With the way she carries herself, as well as her compassion for not only her job, but her students as well. Not only am I appreciative of this award, but I am also grateful because I get to broadcast what an amazing teacher I have had the pleasure of learning from. I got to experience the fun, laid-back atmosphere of a yearbook classroom with Mrs. Waters, but also the series classroom where AP Government took place my junior year. She got to see the stressed, overworked junior that had little to no free time. But one thing that I would make time for was those little sidebar conversations every day before lectures about the 3 branches of government. To this day, I still make time to stop and chat about the future and reminisce on the olden days when life was easy. Between the designated mask breaks, also known as brain teasers, even when the mask mandate was lifted, and the always open door policy, Mrs. Waters has not only impacted my 4 years in high school, but she has also inspired me to become a better version of myself, which I hope will make her proud. Thank you.
One of the biggest honors of my life, apart from being a wife and a mom, is being able to watch tiny baby freshmen transform into adults during their high school careers. I've so loved seeing this transformation take place in Riley's life and feel lucky to have been a small part of her journey. I want to thank Riley for selecting me as her star teacher. It's an honor to be chosen by her, and I will cherish this moment forever. When I think of Riley, these words come to mind: sweet, passionate, compassionate, confident, mature, thoughtful, creative, well-rounded, and the list really goes on. I've been able to witness these traits firsthand as her teacher, but I've also really loved seeing her thrive in leadership positions around the school. Her inclusivity as a leader is remarkable and refreshing. From yearbook editor-in-chief to senior class president, this girl has left a positive mark on East Gaston. She's also left a positive mark on me too. There were times during Riley's high school career that I was struggling personally. Riley would always ask how I was doing and if she could help. Her group really impacted me during this time when I needed a safe place. And although they didn't realize it, they were my safe place. And I treasure those memories. The laughs we had, especially in AP Gov, were just what I needed. I have a motto on the wall in my classroom: hard work pays off. In our day and age, taking the easy way out is really easy to do. Lots of students just slide by, but Riley is a shining example of this motto, in my opinion. She's worked really hard and it's paying off. One thing I know for sure is that I will miss seeing her smiling face around school next year. I know I'm speaking for all of our staff when I say thank you for all you've done at East Gaston. We have relied on your leadership and it will be missed next year. I'm so glad to be here standing with you as your star teacher. It means the world to me. Love you.
Now we have Cherryville High School. The star student is Joseph England. His parents are Wendy and Jeremy England. Joseph plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill to major in political science. He hopes to have a career in political journalism. His star teacher is Sydney Cole. Ms. Cole currently teaches English 12 and AP English Literature at Cherryville High School.
Excuse me, I have a little bit of a bellyache. I'm nervous. Something that Miss Cole has always told me is, YGG, you go, girl. I think that perfectly encapsulates our student-teacher relationship, as we've always kind of supported each other that way. It's hard to see her as anything but a friend when I know she's a teacher. And, you know, through everything that we've been through, COVID, this play that we're in, oh God, she's always supported me. I'm incredibly honored to have her as a teacher because she is the three big things a teacher should be. She is a friend, a mentor, and an overall inspiration for every student that's ever walked into her classroom. You know, something that she's always told me is that a student who walks into her classroom, she hopes will walk out of her classroom as a better person. I can say that, Ms. Cole, you have made me into a very different, very better, it's not a term you should use, a better person overall. So, thank you, Miss Sydney Cole. Thank you for all the advice you've given me, both as Miss Cole and as your alter ego, Sid. So overall, I just want to give you one last you go girl, because it means a lot to me. So do you.
I wasn't prepared for him to talk about my alter ego, a drama club. Well, first of all, I'm extremely honored to be here. Joseph is an outstanding student, and he deserves this as much as everyone else here in this room. Joseph has always been a student who exceeded expectations. When I had him as a freshman in creative writing, I would sometimes ask for a 3-page short story, and he would come in the next day with 20 pages written. Joseph was motivated by his grades, of course, but even more so by a passion for growth. He was so invested in his coursework that sometimes he would even suggest prompts for his class. Since then, he would often stop by my classroom to check in or see if I needed help. This year, I was able to have him again as a student in AP Literature, and he was just as involved in my course as he was as a freshman. He was insightful and spirited with every text we studied and never turned down a heated literary argument. Joseph is a dedicated student both in and out of the classroom. He is a vital member of our theater program and our school community, a natural leader with artistic flair, truly a student that any teacher would be proud to call their own. However, the quality that makes Joseph a star student in my eyes, his greatest quality, is his kindness. He is a role model to his peers, looks out for those in need, and always does what he can to support those around him. Every day I find a new reason to adore Joseph England. Last week, for example, I pointed out a student who was sitting alone at prom, and without hesitation, Joseph asked the student to sit at a table with his friends. This level of maturity and empathy is rare. It is what makes Joseph not only an exceptional student, but an exceptional human being, and I am genuinely honored to have been a part of his educational journey.
Next is the Gaston Virtual Academy. The star student is Reagan Martin. Her parents are Keith and Jennifer Martin. Her career ambition is to become a real estate investor. Her star teacher is Peyton Cole. Mr. Cole has taught English at various grade levels, current events, AP Language and Composition, and creative writing for the Gaston Virtual Academy.
Mr. Cole, the adjective I would use to describe you is inspirational. Your work ethic is impeccable. You put your heart into all of your courses, promoting the importance of doing what you love and being persistent at what you do. It is clear that you have served a great purpose to everyone who has been privileged to be your student. As a teacher, you have given knowledge, but as a person, you have given hope to so many young lives. Your advice and compassion go farther than just having the title of star teacher. You are a star person. The way you push, encourage, and love all of your students is what our education system needs the most. Being a virtual student was challenging in itself, but the way you kept my classmates and me engaged helped us to not feel so isolated. I remember you always telling us to go outside more. Well, Mr. Cole, I'm outside now. I'm out in the world using the confidence that you have given me to pursue my dreams. You have helped me gain an appreciation for writing, reading, and life itself, all of which I never valued before. Your motivational quotes and deep class discussions provided me with an awareness that I could never find in any textbook. You have taught me the importance of gratitude and how to work hard every day in order to obtain success in every aspect of life, not just in the classroom. Thank you, Mr. Cole, for being my teacher, but even more so my inspiration. As my journey in life is just beginning, I promise I won't forget to look back and remember all the things you have taught, especially how to always strive to be a good person in a world full of Macbeths.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional. I'm honored to have been chosen as Reagan's star teacher. I was lucky enough to have taught Reagan in 3 separate classes, and she excelled in English 11, English 12, and she shined in creative writing. As a virtual English teacher, I typically recognize my students mostly through their voice or through their writing, and I was always able to recognize Reagan's writing, not because of her acceptable grammar, but because her sweet and sincere disposition always shined through. After winter break, after GVA's star student had graduated, I should have been happy, knowing that she was moving on to bigger, better, bolder things, but I was a bit glum knowing that, well, my most punctual, hardest working, most studious student could no longer call me out whenever I forgot to share a Google Doc to the class or, whenever an assignment in Canvas was missing a due date. And, well, honestly, the class has divulged to complete chaos without you, Reagan. A few weeks later, I was surprised by a thoughtful gesture. Reagan had gifted my 7-month-old son the sweetest Christmas gift an English teacher could ask for. Books. Books. Cyrus and I have loved reading about Edgar Allan Poe and William Shakespeare, and I can't thank you enough for being such a considerate person. I am blessed to know someone so genuinely kind and unique and empathetic. Thank you for inspiring me to continue inspiring others.
Next is Forestview High School. The star student is Ariana Suhahi. She is the daughter of Silam and Aline Suhahi. Ariana will attend the University of California at Berkeley as one of 35 students in the Global Management Program. She plans to double major in business administration and public policy and then continue on to law school. Her star teacher is Genevieve Comer. Mrs. Comer teaches English at Forestview High School and is the lead teacher for the Collegiate Prep Academy.
Good evening. I first met Miss Comer as a new sophomore and untraditionally a new member of the Collegiate Prep Academy. I vividly recall having my first assignment in the AP Prep Research and Writing course, completed before the first day of class, and being devastated when it came back with a grade of 75. For several days after this first assignment, I questioned my place in the rigorous program. However, now as a senior in her AP Research class, I've not only grown to love Ms. Comer, but also truly appreciate her dedication and hard work that has turned me in just 3 years into a successful student, member of my community, and in just a couple of weeks, officially a graduate of the Academy as well. I was not only able to gain invaluable research, presentation, and writing experience from taking her 2 rigorous classes, but they also proved a catalyst in keeping my childlike wonder alive. The 5 substantial papers I wrote as a 15-year-old on global policy and economics fueled my passion for the social sciences and ultimately led to me as a senior conducting independent research on the drowning rates of Indigenous children. If not for her granting me unique opportunities and pushing me to strive for excellence, I can confidently say I would not have been accepted or even prepared for my dream undergraduate program at UC Berkeley. In fact, whenever I received great news from a dream college, Ms. Comer was the first teacher to find out, and this really makes her students excited to come to school each morning, and she instills the importance of resilience, independence, and perseverance in each one of us, whether that be in the classroom or elsewhere. So thank you for all you do, Ms. Comer.
You know, we become teachers for lofty reasons. We really do want to inspire the young. We want to impact the future. We want to touch hearts and minds. That's why we do this, right? These ideals are poetry. They sound nice on mugs and t-shirts, but they're not really all that accurate. We actually become teachers because we love learning. We want other people to love learning the same way that we do. We want classes that have discussions that are lively discourse. We want to know that they comprehend and accept the ideas that swell our hearts, that feed our souls. We hope that through this discourse we can elevate ourselves, our students more importantly, and maybe even society itself. But the reality is very different in the classroom. And then along comes a student who reminds us of our mission, of why we get up every morning and we go into the classroom. It is my absolute privilege and honor to stand here today with Ariana Sahai. I have known Ariana for 3 years through our Collegiate Prep Academy, and I've been proud to watch her grow through the program. I am impressed by her relentless pursuit of excellence. She's bright, she's thoughtful, and she will always be a success. Ariana's thorough in her thinking. Her articulation of ideas on paper and in presentations is nothing short of brilliant. She's an exceptional scholar, and she proves her ability to understand the most complex issues and then to uncover the more subtle implications of those issues. She mentioned her senior research project. I don't know if you caught this, but Ariana studied the effects of out-of-water swimming lessons on mitigating the drowning rates of Indigenous children. Now, Gaston County is landlocked. We don't have a real problem or real stress on swimming lessons here. And we also have a very small population of Indigenous children. But the issue she uncovered is real, and it is one that only a mind like hers would even conceive. Many students, and most of you are here, and some in our schools, are respectable students. They're amazing scholars, but Ariana is not only a scholar, but she's a driven pupil. She's earned the respect of her peers and the faculty for her curiosity, her compassion, and her dignity. She is the reason we become teachers in the first place. Thank you.
And now we have South Point High School. The star student is Henry Eisenhuth. His parents are Amy and Jeff Eisenhuth. He plans to major in film production and digital media at a 4-year university, and he hopes to become a screenwriter and director. His star teacher is Melissa Glover. Mrs. Glover teaches chorus at South Point High School.
Good evening. Being a teacher means caring about your students. Miss Glover shows each one of us that we are important to her and refers to our class as her second family. Every week, she gives us a note card and the prompt that says, "I wish Miss Glover knew."
We get to tell her something about what is going on in our lives. It can be something we're proud about, something we're dealing with, or maybe just a joke we want to share. She then takes time and reads each one before class. That's who she is as a person. As a teacher, she shows genuine passion for choral music. She organizes all choral MPAs across the state and teaches 100+ students daily at South Point. Being honest, Ms. Glover has given us some hard pieces of music. One was even in Latin. She does this, though, because she knows our potential and wants us to exceed it. I moved a month before I ended 8th grade, putting me in a different school zone. I was terrified of going to high school in this new location. However, throughout my first year, I found a home in chorus. It was a place where I could go to have fun doing something that I enjoyed. Ms. Glover grew my passion for singing, and I realized that chorus was more important to me than class rank or GPA. Without her, I would not have seen the value of arts programs, and I wouldn't have the passions and goals that I do today. For that, I will always be grateful. Thank you, Ms. Glover.
It is an incredible honor to be named South Point Star Teacher and to be recognized with so many talented and inspiring teachers. I've had the honor and privilege of teaching Henry in chorus the past 4 years. Each and every day of his high school career, he has walked into my classroom, which has become his home away from home. His classmates in chorus have become his family, and we've been through a lot of trials and tribulations together. Our worlds have changed tremendously in those 4 years. It has been incredibly rewarding to be a part of Henry's high school experience and to watch him grow from an incredibly smart, yet sometimes awkward freshman into a confident and comfortable young man who is ready to take on the world and everything that life throws at him. I've enjoyed pushing and challenging Henry to think beyond the black and white mathematical world and into the gray that we often find in life. Musical concepts such as dynamics, tempo, expression, and style are all a matter of opinion and interpretation. It leads to many questions which Henry never hesitates to ask. We can constantly strive to improve a piece of music, and it also requires to think about many different things all at one time, with a dependency on others to do the same. Not only has Henry grown to become more comfortable in that environment, he has thrived. He is an incredible leader in my bass section. He strives for excellence in all that he does, and he has made an indelible mark not only on the choral program, but also on my life and in my teaching. Henry, thank you for this honor, and thank you for the positive impact you have had on my life, the South Point Choral Program, and South Point High School. I'm so excited to see where your journey takes you and the impact you continue to make on those around you. I wish you all the best.
Thank you to our STAR students for sharing their heartfelt stories about these truly outstanding STAR teachers recognized here this evening. Let's have one final round of applause for our STAR teachers and our STAR students in the class of 2023. Once again, our appreciation goes to the Gaston Gazette for sponsoring our ceremony and to Daniel Stowe Botanical Garden for hosting our event this year. We would like to mention that the garden is hosting the Opening Doors to Spring exhibit now through June the 18th. The exhibit features doors with springtime scenes that were painted by students at the Highland School of Technology. We would like to thank everyone here at the garden for working with Highland on this wonderful exhibit. We also would like to thank Guilty Pleasures Catering and Bakery for our reception, my team in the communications department, our facilities department, and our business partnerships office for working to ensure a successful program for our honorees. Today's program is being recorded for broadcast on Spectrum Channel 21, which is the education station for Gaston County Schools. And we would like to say a special thank you to our high school principals and counselors and the central office administrators who are here today to support this program. We also want to thank the guests of our STAR teachers who are with us to celebrate this occasion, and we want to acknowledge the parents of our STAR students. There is no question that they are the proudest people in this room. Congratulations, STAR teachers and STAR students for the class of 2023. This is your time to shine. We appreciate you being here, and we hope you have a nice evening.